The Mueller investigation revealed that Russia interfered in the 2016 election in sweeping and systemic fashion, correct?
That's correct.
And Russia did so through a social media campaign that favored Donald Trump and disparaged Hillary Clinton, correct?
As the report says, yes.
And Mueller found that a Russian intelligence service hacked computers associated with the Clinton campaign and then released the stolen documents publicly. Is that right?
That report speaks for itself as well.
Meet John Durham, the special counsel appointed by Donald Trump to prove that actual incidents of pro-Trump Russian collusion were just an FBI hoax. Except that's certainly not what he said under oath before Congress this week.
Mueller also reported that though he could not establish the crime of conspiracy beyond a reasonable doubt, he also said, quote, "A statement that the investigation did not establish certain facts does not mean there was no evidence of those facts." That also appears in the report, doesn't it?
There's language to that effect, yes.
In fact, you cited that very statement in your own report, did you not, as a way of distinguishing between proof beyond a reasonable doubt and evidence that falls short of proof beyond a reasonable doubt?
Correct.
You can actually hear Durham's voice shrinking as he realizes the trap he's walking into, because California Congressman Adam Schiff isn't asking these questions for fun. He's preparing to deliver the final knockout punch to Durham's so-called investigation.
While Manafort, the campaign chairman for Donald Trump, was giving this Russian intelligence officer internal campaign polling data, Russian intelligence was helping the Trump campaign, weren't they?
I don't know that.
You really don't know
Sounds right.
those very basic facts of the investigation?
I know the general facts, yes. Do I know that particular fact myself? No. I mean, I know that I've read that in the media.
Wait, so the extent of John Durham's understanding of Russian collusion, the thing he was appointed to investigate, is just what he reads in the news? Schiff isn't speculating. He's stating proven, documented facts from multiple government reports. And it's clear Durham hasn't actually read any of them. Let's pause here for a second, because what you just saw was Schiff getting Durham to admit, one by one, the facts of Russia's well-documented collusion with Trump. But when Schiff puts those facts together, Durham suddenly doesn't know anything about it. Durham's performance was so bad that even Republican Matt Gaetz became convinced that Durham was actually a secret agent of the Democrats. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Here's Gaetz.
Do you see how silly this looks? Like, you found the lawyer, you found the phones, but the actual dude who got ordered by Western intelligence to go start this thing you couldn't find? It's kind of laughable. It seems like more than disappointment. It seems like you weren't really trying to expose the true core of the corruption. That you were trying to go at it another way.
Yeah.
Who gave the order on the Mueller team to wipe the phones?
Yeah, that was not something that we were asked to look at, and we didn't.
No,
look
that's
at that.
not true, Mr. Durham. That is not true, because I'm holding the document that authorizes your activity, and it specifically says the investigation of Special Counsel Robert Mueller.
It's pretty safe to say that John Durham is bad at his job. So bad that even Matt Gaetz thinks he screwed this one up. Do you know how bad you have to be for Matt Gaetz to cut ties with you? Yikes, man. When faced with a question about why the Trump campaign and Donald Trump Jr. were getting so many calls from high-level Russian officials, John Durham provides perhaps the least convincing answer in the history of congressional testimony. And you're going to have to see this one to believe it.
Mr. Durham, that Mueller and congressional investigations also revealed that Don Jr. was informed that a Russian official was offering the Trump campaign, quote, very high-level and sensitive information, unquote, that would be incriminating if Hillary Clinton was part of, quote, Russia and its government support of Mr. Trump? You aware of that?
Sure, people get phone calls all the time from individuals who claim to have information like that.
Really, the son of a presidential candidate gets calls all the time from a foreign government offering dirt on their opponent? Is that what you're saying?
Yup. You heard that right. Nothing to see here, folks. Just Russian intelligence officials calling a presidential campaign, offering them dirt on their opponents. I mean, don't you get calls like that all the time? So, safe to say Durham's performance wasn't great, and some Capitol Hill Republicans are now worrying that Durham's fumble before Congress just drained what little energy was left in this Trump-era sham investigation. And I mean, can you blame him? Durham's an absolute train wreck, and the questions aren't even hard. Just watch Durham try and spin his way out of this one.
So you have other instances of the Russian government offering dirt on a presidential candidate to the presidential candidate's son. Is that what you're saying?
Would you repeat the question?
You said that it's not uncommon to get offers of help from a hostile foreign government in a presidential campaign directed at the president's son. You really stand by that, Mr. Durham?
Saying that people can make phone calls making claims all the time that you may have experienced.
Are you really trying to diminish the significance of what happened here?
All right, well, John, that's just the same answer again. Though bonus points for buying yourself time by pretending not to hear the guy directly in front of you. Donald Trump sure knows how to pick 'em. Republicans are trying so hard to manufacture a political scandal that they forgot how to actually make a good one. In the end, John Durham's pure, unadulterated idiocy may be the greatest gift Donald Trump handed to Democrats. Couldn't happen to nicer people. If you enjoyed that, check out this video about how the GOP's Biden bribery scandal is finally falling apart.
It's extraordinary.
And leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.